Right now, I've been joined by this lady who has, crossed that century mark when it comes to playing one-day internationals more than 100, T20 internationals more than 100. So you can, gather that experience when you look at the numbers themselves. They speak a lot, but there is still so much to talk about, and I've been joined by none other than I just told her right before this interview that she's the most famous South African cricketer right now in Pakistan. So I've been joined by Suné. Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. How has it been so far in Pakistan? Because I understand there's been a lot of traveling involved, trainings and everything going on. How's it been so far?
Yeah, it's been very good. The people are extremely nice and hospitable here in Pakistan. The hotel is lovely. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to go sightsee as yet, but we've been to the ground and back. The ground is looking exceptional and can't wait to go onto the park tomorrow.
Now let's talk about a young Suné growing up and thinking that she's going to be playing cricket for South Africa. How's that journey been so far?
Yeah, it's been quite good. Obviously, in every cricketing career, you're going to have your ups and downs, but I think there's a lot of memories I've made throughout my career. And I never thought I would be sitting here in Pakistan playing cricket. So it really is an honor to be here. And like I said, everyone's just really excited to go. And I think this is a very special memory that I'm going to hold close and very excited to go.
Well, it must be, an added pressure, or is it not, that once you consider that some great names for cricket South Africa have just recently retired, and automatically, I think the team starts looking up to people who become the automatic seniors in the team, the veteran lot. So how's that experience when the youth looks up to you, because you're somebody, like I said, who's crossed that 100 mark in both T20s and the one international with a number of games?
Well, it's a bit scary when you mention the name veteran. I'm definitely not there yet. But no, it's obviously a big responsibility. And I know we've got some younger players coming in, some few debutants as well. So I'm really just excited to go onto the park tomorrow. I think whenever you walk onto the park and play for your country, it's a big honor, no matter, I think, if you've played 200 matches or one match. I think the excitement levels and the stress levels and everything stays the same, no matter how experienced you are. So, no, I think it's going to be an awesome series, and I'm very excited.
Well, how's it now? Laura's a skipper. You've got so much to talk about. Obviously, like I said, you've got that experience under your belt on and off the field, and that dressing room environment of the team as well. How are all the girls gelling up together?
Yeah, it's been good. I think everyone is very excited to be in Pakistan. I think before we came here, they asked myself and Laura, who's been here, like, what is it like? What are we going to do? We're like, we don't actually know. We're going to a different city. It's going to be completely different. And I think so far everyone's been enjoying it. I think it's awesome to be playing in the evening when it's a bit cooler. So not as much sweat as in the day, not as hot. But no, it's been exceptional. And I think everyone is just ready to play cricket after, I think, 5 or 6 months of having no cricket.
Well, let's talk about the game itself. As somebody who's got some magic up her sleeve, so you've got to evolve yourself now, considering the way cricket's going. I see all kinds of batters are pulling out all kinds of silly tricks on the field, and you've got to outsmart them at many occasions. If you're a batter or a bowler, you've got to outthink your opposition. So that evolution, how great is it to keep up with it and every once in a while produce some magic on the field as well?
Yeah, it's been good. I think the game has been evolving so quickly. I think with every tournament and every series we play, there's some new rules coming up, or a different tournament comes up with new rules. So you have to keep up with the times and you have to evolve your game as well. So it's been quite good to kind of keep up with the times. I think if you're not doing that, then you are definitely slacking behind and you're going to fall behind. So no, I think it's an awesome experience again for us just to go out to the park and showcase our talent.
Well, as a campaigner who's been there for a good amount of experience now, I'm tempted to ask you, how does it all transform when you're participating in ICC tournaments? Because obviously during bilateral series or leagues, you go with a different mindset. But when it comes to playing a major tournament, that is some experience that you carry as well. How does the mindset change of a team or an individual?
I think for me personally it doesn't change a lot. I think a cricket game stays a cricket game for me. I think I get nervous whether we play club cricket or the World Cup final. I think my nerves stay the same and the excitement levels stay the same. So I think for me it's totally the same. I think the preparation might just be a bit different, or the way we go about it just a little bit different here or there. But I think overall everything stays the same. Like I said, it's a game of cricket. Your skills stay the same. And that should never change.
What's been the most favorite moment so far when you talk about those more than 100 one-day internationals and more than 100 T20 internationals? What's been the most favorite moment that you always think about and you're like, that was something I enjoyed?
There's a lot. I think it's been an 11-year career so far, but I definitely think, the moment we we got through to the semi-final, or got through to the final,
Final.
and we won in the semi-final. I think that's a very special moment. I think all our families were there. We knew exactly where they were sitting in the crowd, so just looking up at them at that moment, chipping and ball that last ball, I think that was something that we will carry with us forever.
You lot were running all over the place at that time. I think emotions and adrenaline were really high.
Yeah,
We
it
all
was
remember
crazy.
the clippings of those matches. It was absolutely fanatic seeing all of
Yeah.
that over there as well. But being here in Pakistan, you're going to be inspiring so many young girls to take up the sport as well. Obviously, in Pakistan, women's cricket is an infrastructure that is still evolving and developing, not at par with many countries around the world, but still the structure's there. And it's how great is it for any nation to at least have a women's team, first of all, which is participating in international tournaments?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think you have to give the women in whichever country the opportunity to take up cricket. I think the times are gone where it's only a gentleman's game and only men can play cricket. I think, as cricket is evolving, I think the world's evolving as well. So I think, women have the opportunity to do everything that men do at the moment. So I think it's amazing to have, a team all around the world. And I think it's important for us just to grow the game and make it more aware, for countries like Pakistan and even South Africa, where it's not as big as in Australia or England. So I think it's awesome that we can just showcase our talent, play on television for girls to see us. And I think that's the biggest thing.
But certainly some countries have stepped up and created an example. I mean, particularly when you talk about the concept of having equal pace for both men and women cricketers, that must set the bar very high.
Yeah, for sure. I think in a lot of countries we're getting equal match fees at the moment, which is a very good step in the right direction. I think the next step, I think if we play on television and get all those sponsors as well, equal pay and salary should be the next step. And I think there's no reason why that shouldn't be happening. So there's a lot of good things happening at the moment in the world of cricket, especially women's cricket. I think it's very exciting times. And with all the leagues popping up as well, I think there's just so many opportunities to showcase your talent and for girls to get the opportunity to play all around the world, which is, I think, very, very exciting. So I think it's a great time in women's cricket, and I think it can only grow from here.
Suné, thank you very much for joining us. And like I said, you're already a star, not just here in Pakistan, but around the world. And it's been great seeing you on the field, and we hope that everything that you've been doing continues.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So stay tuned, we've got more coming your way.